Welcome. In this video, we're going to take a look at using labels within Pivotal Tracker. And labels allow you to group multiple stories and show that they're related in some way. When you look at stories, you will see labels in green, that's opposed to epics that you'll see in purple. Let's say that within our travel website, we are branching out into cruises. I have searched on the word cruise and identified all of the stories that are related to cruises. But perhaps we want to put a label on those so that we can more easily find them later. So I'm going to come in and select all of the stories that had that search word in there, and then let's go ahead and create a new label. So cruise was not found as an existing one, so it's going to create it as a new label, and I'm going to go ahead and say apply. So now, if I close my search results and close that out too, I can come in and search on label is cruise, and it will find all of the stories that have that label for me. One way to do the search is to just type it in as I did there. The other option, if we scroll down to the bottom where those stories might be, if you see a label and you simply click on it, it will run that exact same search for you. So you can just click on a label and create it there. So now we have our new label, and it's identified all of our stories for us. And you may find that as you start working on this, maybe this is something that we have decided we do want to track as an epic. So if I open up the label panel, it will again show all of our labels in green, all of our epics in purple. And I can take that cruise and I can actually convert it to an epic if that's something that we've decided we're going to track it. And you'll see that now it's in purple. And if I close my labels and open epics, cruise has now been entered, and I can hover over that, see that this is going to be completed December 1st, and I have 3 stories currently that are prioritized. So that means they're somewhere in that current iteration or backlog. You can also go back. So if we've decided, oops, we just did that in error and we actually don't want that as an epic, we can actually go ahead and delete it as an epic, and it will go back to just being a regular label. So I can come in and click on that cruise, and we can go ahead and delete that if we would like. I'm going to click show epic. Here's our epic. I'm going to delete the epic, and it's going to give you an informational window that lets me know that it's not actually deleting the stories associated with the epic. It's simply deleting the epic. So now if we come back, cruise is back to being a label. So you can go back and forth between making a label an epic, making an epic back to a label if you would wish. So that's a little bit about how labels work. Sometimes we might label something that a story needs further discussion. Sometimes we might label something that it's work that we have paused. So maybe this was work that we had initially begun, and then for whatever reason, we shifted, our priorities changed, and we decided that, you know what, we are no longer going to be working on this story. So even though it started, we're going to unstart it, but we're going to put a label on it that we paused it, so that if we pick this story up in the future, we'll know that some work has already been done on this and we have a little bit of a head start. But we can click on that pause label and see all of the work that we had previously begun. So if later we want to know what did we put the brakes on so that we can get back to it, we can more easily find those stories as well. So there's lots of different things that you may find uses for labels, but I hope this has given you a little bit more on how you might create them, how you might apply them, and going back and forth between labels and epics. Please do watch our other tracker videos to learn even more.